Hey, are we on?
So we should be. I'm going to do some checking and just make sure that we are live. I think we are. I think we are live. So what's going on?
Hey, I'm chilling. I got some results from our Halloween vote. I mean, you remember we had a little thing for Halloween, so I got some video that I think people will find.
We're not going to show that
Why not? Why can't we show that?
because that's not appropriate. Uh let's see.
Wait, what?
That's
Are
not
we live?
appropriate. We are live. Yes.
We're live. Okay.
This is what live marriage looks like. Like there's a proposal that puts out and then one of us responds back and my response was no.
Wait, why
Okay,
come we
that's
can't show the video?
apparently you have moved to Georgia with the Wacom.
I'm just trying to figure out. Well, hold on a second. No, because people, took the time out to vote. I mean, it's just a quick little video. It's not. It's only.
No. First, before we get started, let's do our intro video for us. Okay. Let me let's do our entry. Hello to all the people who are joining us. This is episode 2 of This Is Your Life, basically.
This is
Um,
finding us. We
this
are
is finding us. All right, so let's find us. Let's find us.
finding out that
Here
I'm.
we go. Here we go. Here we go. So
Hey, look.
we're back. We're back. All right. That's our little intro. That gives you a little bit of a, a look into kind of our life over the years. So this is episode 2 of Finding Us. It's like unscripted for the most part. We got a few things we might want to share, but in essence, we are today focusing on why us. So why Kendra and Jason decides to why are we putting our lives out on display for our friends, families, and maybe even some strangers who are trying to figure out, well, who the heck are we? So why
Right.
us, Jay?
Yeah. I think we are the family that over the years, like many other people, right? We came out of high school and started our lives. We had kids, got married, and we made a lot of sacrifices along the way for our family, for our family unit. And the kids have grown, or for one reason or another, they've left the house or whatever. And we're like everybody else who's trying to find out, what are we going to do next? And I think we're not movie stars. We're not famous. So we don't have this bag of cash and this false reality. I think it's a real life um, version of an American family trying to do figure out what the next steps are for themselves.
Well, I would say that we are not, I guess, your typical American family, what people would idealize about what that looks like. First of all, we black, right? We're
What's
black.
so typical about that?
No, well, let me see why you got to interrupt and stuff.
I'm just saying though. I'm just
That's
like
why you got to let me. Can I finish processing my thoughts and then you can respond? And there it is. So, in terms of the way people see it, right? The stereotype of what a typical American family looks like for a lot of generations don't look like us, right? Don't look like us. In some cases, don't sound like us. And what we're saying for for our friends and family, this is sort of what it should look like. And we're also just as a couple trying to unpack that within our context. For example, I'll just say that I grew up in a single family home. You grew up with your mom for the most part, right? I grew up having an idea about what relationship looks like. And that meant for me and my family, that was very women dominated and female dominated. So in coming in partnership with you, Jay, I had to learn what that looked like because I didn't have any examples of the healthy relationship between man and woman. In fact, we laugh now, and I think many people who know us are like, I even laugh at myself, like, how are we still married after 26 years? Because I have this personality and I can tend to take control, right? And I think that's why you think I'm cute, and that's why you love
Well,
me anyway,
well,
right?
well, yeah,
I
yeah.
tend to take control, but again, like how to be in partnership. So that's why I'm saying that for at least the people that we're around, the people who are watching, the people who are like doing stuff, like Rochelle is like really interacting with us. She's just like 26 years. I know Rochelle. That basically, as long as I left the University of Notre Dame, Jason and I sort of been married.
And you could see, Rochelle, that I need help.
Shut up, Jason. See, this is the stupidness this is the part right here. This is it. We trying to be serious, and you gotta take off the B of that last name, and that's what you are right now. Get on my
That's not
nerves.
even right.
Yeah, she said, "Hey, Jason."
Hi, Rochelle. Thank you, Rochelle.
so, talk to me, Jay. I mean, now you can respond back to what I was just saying.
Yeah, no, listen, I wanted to be with someone who could think for themselves and who was, who was strong, and you fit that bill as well, and of course, very sexy and everything like that. So,
The S.
but but no, we have a history, and I think we mentioned this before that before we got together, we knew each other. We were just friends, like legit friends, for 10 years.
Mhm.
And that makes a difference because, you know, it's a friendship that's your foundation as opposed to something that's conjured up, when you meet somebody, just raw and you don't know them. So I would say we're atypical in that fashion, in kind of the foundation. But there are a lot of people I think also in that camp. But I would contend, regardless of whether people are together with their spouses or what have you, if your kids have left, if you're at that stage now where it's like, all right, what do I do next? Especially coming off of COVID,
Mhm.
that's why we're doing this. So that's the why I think behind this. And you and I have, we've done a lot of different things, throughout our marriage in terms of ventures and things like that. So, I think we can share, ups, downs, trials, tribulations. And again, just even the sacrifices. But that being said, I also, and I hope the viewers find, the little
Yeah,
videos
yeah.
that we post, I hope that they find those, as entertaining, because they've made us laugh. I think it's those moments that we get to reflect on that, I think people will find humorous. I mean, I look at them now and I find them humorous. And but again, I would like for us to spend that time to figure out what are we going to do next, and
Well,
have the audience also chime in as well.
so I think one of the things that has been interesting about even setting this kind of show up and just kind of testing it and see is I think it's kind of a little bit like therapy for us, right? It's an opportunity for us to kind of talk through what life is like without having our two kids at home, and then also what is ahead, right? And being able to unpack that, like and show our vulnerability. I just said like twice.
I don't know. I just
Where did the like come from? Who am I around that's saying like a lot?
you've been saying like a lot.
See, I am now, well, now you're going to buzzer me because I am not going to use that interrupter. So now I'm going to be so super conscious going forward about using like and versus saying something is as similar as something else. All right, now let me go back and reframe what I was saying. I think it's going to be important for us to even utilize this time to be able to understand what our future is going to look like in the real time. And as people are learning about us and maybe utilizing our vulnerability to think about their relationships, we hope to impart some of what we're learning, but also Jason and I can use this time also to process some things and maybe get reactions from the audience. So we, for those of you who are watching, we want you to put some things in the chat. We want you to, you know, do some likes or ask a question of us. We can see it because we want to know are we on the right track. We might even just pose a question like what it see there's a like, but that was an appropriate like what should we do, we're thinking about this, like give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, polling, etc. So Jason, what you think?
I agree with Leanna in that this is spoken like a true educator.
i I am like, this is part of an educator. I am an educator.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, look, I'm just agreeing with Liana. That's all I said. I mean,
Who you looking at? Why you gotta turn your head? See, this
I'm
is the
trying to find
stuff.
help. Is there any help?
You're trying to find help.
Help.
Please, please.
So wait.
Okay.
So hold on a second. So I would just say look, this is a time. This is a time. It's a great time for all of us. Really, I think a lot of us have started to find a new voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, even you, Kendra, you started a new job, right? I
Whoop,
mean,
whoop.
and you spent a lot of time, and that's daring. And so I think what, even in your experiences, I mean, you look at someone like me. I mean, I've left the job of at the Federal Reserve, and that was years ago. But I mean, I've done different jobs and I've worked for myself. And so I think we could speak to so many different people about so many different experiences. And I would like for us to even share, those times where we made changes, even as we make the changes that we're making now, right? Because there are a number of people, a number of couples, or just people, or just in their own lives, and they want to make changes and they don't know how they're going to make those changes. Those changes look scary. And so I think without any facades, we talk about, yeah, those changes can be scary. You should talk about your change, and leaving the school system that you were with. So these are things I think, when people ask the question, why should we even listen to y'all, right? Why are we
Mm-hmm.
listening to Jason and Kendra? um, it's because we can talk from a vantage point of experience that I think is going to be very helpful.
So then let me share a little bit about where we are 2022 and maybe a abbreviated version over the past 2 years that might help with why us. And then maybe then pivot a bit to what we're thinking about next. So I'll just say that two for the past 2 years, the pandemic and had a tremendous impact on our lives as much as it has on so many people. So I'm not going to minimize people's journeys. I can only speak to 2 hours.
Yeah.
And the thing that I saw, the thing that began to unfold for me was what I started to feel in the air. And this is gonna, but I'll just say this: for Black folk, we have this. cultural sense of spirituality that transcends everything, right? And so when we were home for a few days, not really understanding what was going to happen next, thinking that COVID-19 was going to just pause us for a short period of time. The air was still it was crisp outside, like you could see things that you couldn't see before. Animals coming out the woodwork, just walking across lawns. Our kids were home, and it seemed like a different spirit over the house, right? We were eating outside, we were spending time with each other, we were playing games. We connected as a family so differently. And I think the stress of what I was experiencing or what I was beginning to see led to some deep reflection on the changes that I needed to make. One was like, I could wake up later, right? I can traffic wasn't around. It just had a whole different feeling. Now again, I want to just couch this with the fact that that wasn't everyone's experience. Some being home was dangerous, right? Being out of work or those so I'm not disregarding that. I'm just trying to explain to you all what was happening and why, for some of you who know Jason and myself or know me specifically professionally, started to see me transform physically, started to see me transform mentally and emotionally. There was a spirit that just came over this house and in our family that that catalyzed me to make a change. And the battle that was ensuing in my psyche about what that change was, um, that led to eventually leaving my previous employer and writing this book with my colleague Kelly, and you stripping the layers of stuff that I was carrying and sort of unveiling my rehabilitated self. And that's how I talk about that. For the past 2 years, I've been in rehab for real, like spiritual, physical, emotional rehabilitation. And I'm still in like the first phases of that step. And that also has had a transformation on me and you, Jay. I think still in that transforming mode, as not just sacrificing for Julian and Justice every day. I will say this, what really changed, which is a nice change for us, is that Jason started cooking.
Yes.
Now he's Chef Boy our Bass, and he don't know what to do with himself. A little Hello Fresh box. That's a
Oh,
plug for
yes.
Hello Fresh. Check us out. We use it every day. We've met like 5,000 boxes at this point. But we started getting Hello Fresh. Jason was cooking those dinners. I was coming home, dinner's ready. He's still doing that. Like we had dinner together. And that is something we haven't done in a very long time. We always ate dinner together, but this is like we say our prayer. You always say the grace, and then you're like, Kendra, come eat, and we sit down and we eat and we talk. Um, and that's a new part of our lives. Like that's a different that all came out of the pandemic. And so
Well,
we are
because
forever
if
changed.
we're being truthful, I never cooked really. Well,
Yeah, no,
you would
you
never eat my food
yeah, because it was too saucy and full of starch and things. It was just, it was a lot of like something in a thing with a
because you
lot
were
of
too
things.
good for Hamburger Helper. That was the
Yeah, I
problem.
wasn't I
Hamburger
wasn't
Helper
eating
is a
that.
good meal. It's a good meal.
Ain't eating that S. But so yeah, Jay, I mean, we are in a different place, and we're building our relationship in a different way. We're both now reached this mid-century mark. And what happens next? We don't know. So that's why I think we want to share a little bit about what this means for us and for people, again, people who know us. This is this is how we're going to do it. You're going to go on the journey of our empty nesting, of our finding us with us. Maybe you have some advice to give us. So what you
Well,
think about that, Jason?
we're gonna, yeah. So we want to, of course, highlight some experience from our travels. I mean, we just went to Finland, right?
Yes.
Past July, and we had a great time out there. So we have a little video to share. As a matter of fact, from that trip, you could share. It's on YouTube. Um, I could actually pull it up for you. But we went to Finland. We went to Cartagena, Colombia, and had a very enlightening time there. So I think we want to bring those experiences because I think that's something that people in this stage of their life should do, right? And so we want to
Mhm.
share those experiences with each of you, um, and just other little. I want to share some funny experiences. I know we want this to. There will be some serious points for this time. But I also want to share some of the throwback video moments that we had, and I got quite a few of them. As do you,
Okay.
apparently.
Yeah. Well, what throwback video you have? Listen, it better be throwback, and it better be
Oh, you want? Okay, I'll pull something up for you.
Well, I have a throwback video that I can show you. This would be like right at the beginning of empty nesting. Would
Oh,
you would
really?
you would you like to see it?
Well, share with the people.
I,
I'm curious to see.
okay,
What,
yeah. Yeah, so what I let me set it up for you like a late night television show. The Jimmy Kimmel and them, they will set up the clip. So this is around Mother's Day. And this is last year Mother's Day, and I'm just having a conversation with my husband outside and asking him some questions. And this gives you some insight into the day-to-day life and the conversations that he and I have. So let me share this with my friends here. And please enjoy
this
my
is where I go off camera by.
he actually left. He left. He absolutely left. No, you came back. All right. So here we go. Are we ready?
I guess so. Yeah, I don't even know what video you
Say
putting up.
hello, Jason.
What you doing now? Why are you recording me now? This is the empty nester part two. You got 10 minutes. You gonna do some work around here? Huh?
This is how. Wait. Let me
When did you
get
record
myself.
this?
Listen. This is how women wind up on the show Snapped because of foolishness like this. And you're gonna do some work around here. You see how he gonna act up?
I got a question for you.
What's up?
Do you believe in happy wife, happy life?
What do you mean by that?
I'm saying you've heard the statement before, right?
Yep. What you getting
I'm
at?
asking you a question.
But I want to know what your intentions are. Right now, do I sound like I's happy?
Do you
Intention.
believe in happy wife, happy life?
No, I believe in happiness. To attribute that to a particular title or role is ridiculous.
So when people say happy wife, happy life,
That's them.
you disagree.
I don't have that same opinion. I believe that if people are happy, people around them are happy.
You know what I believe?
Oh boy. What?
Happy spouse, happy house.
Oh, well, that's sweet. That's nice. And then what else? You have other beliefs? Like,
Well, let's start there.
let's start with making sure that glass in your hand
Is I
doesn't
happy?
all of a
You
sudden
want me to drop it?
go around
You
the
want me to
house,
drop
and then
it?
there's multiple glasses, and that doesn't really mean a happy house. It actually means clutter. Anything else you would like to say, Jason?
Ooh, I could pick these and make a little bouquet for you for tomorrow for Mother's Day.
Oh, touch my flowers and die. Anything else? You see, you're a baby. Okay, that's it. So, you see that? You see the evidence.
I don't even. When did you record the?
The fact that you don't remember it is even funnier. You see, you antagonize. It's I have so much evidence
You
of
got
these
evidence?
little things.
I've got evidence.
Oh, look at you.
I've
Now
got
it's tit for
evidence.
tat. Now it's tit for tat. You're engaging in quid pro quo.
Well, you know what? Let me share my screen because I want
Hmm.
people to see the real you.
Oh, please go ahead. And people know me.
People know me. People know me. And people don't know. They
You
don't
the
know
one
that.
who try to hide your little innocence.
I got one for you.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Hmm.
I'm
Go
going to try
ahead.
to.
Hmm.
Now,
Come on, technology.
I bet you she disabled my.
I didn't disable anything. I didn't disable anything. You just don't know how to use it.
See,
Because last minute A&E procrastination poll.
I got it.
You
I have mine ready, but see, you know that. See, there's a DJ. You know what?
next time, prepare. Next
I ain't
time,
got time
prepare.
for this nonsense.
You do have time for it. You just didn't prepare because you were busy scheming and doing whatever you're doing, running around here doing whatever it is that you do.
I got mine. I just need
Uh-huh.
a little bit of time.
No, we don't have time. This is a 30-minute why
So
us.
so
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 get to your get to
each of you know. Well, hold on a second. Each of you know that Kendra and I had created pumpkins for Halloween, right?
Cece said, see what happened was here it goes. He's about to do it. He's about to do it. Thank you, Cece. Go ahead. What had happened was?
What had happened was,
Uh-huh.
so shut up, Kendra.
By the way, wait, before people think that that's abusive language, in our household and in our family, shut up is a term of endearment. So you will hear us be like, shut up. It is just a thing that we do. I think it's also a New York thing. When you're like, shut up, that's like you just gave somebody a compliment.
I
That
don't
wasn't
know.
a compliment you just gave me, though. That's because I was about to air your dirty laundry and you were trying to stop me at the pass. But continue.
I have. So here's what's going to happen, everybody. I'm going to upload a video, and y'all are going to come back. It's going to be on our channel, Finding Us Live, and you will see the video of how the night went on Halloween and how people voted.
Oh, is that your okay? That was your setup. Make them go hunt for the video.
No, they ain't gonna have to hunt for the video. There's gonna be a link there. Matter of fact, I mean, I'll have it up, moments after this video ends.
Okay, well that is wonderful.
Thank you
That is
very much. That's all I needed to hear.
listen, Leona Shorty, you just got called out on the Facebooks and the YouTubes, and that is terrible. That is terrible what you just said, but that's okay. That is okay. There's gonna be a time when you're gonna need a babysitter for them kids, and you want to have that night out with your husband, and you wanted to, and you can you please watch my little two boys, and we're like, furnace. That's all I'm gonna say, furnace. And then you just have to turn around and walk back across the way.
See, that's why it's so important. It's so
What?
important that people get to see my video.
Why?
Why? Because y'all should have heard Kendra, and I have video evidence. When the kids said that they liked my pumpkin over hers, she told them that they will get no candy.
You know what? Because
Oh,
they did not take enough time to really look and make some decisions. You rushed them. Kids need thinking time. And since they did not utilize the skills they had been learning in their education systems appropriately, I felt the need to remind them that all good things come to those students who actually critically analyze and critically think. And therefore, when you don't, you make mistakes and there's consequences. And so they needed to experience that on Halloween. And so I'm all just as you started this program with you sound like an educator, I educate all day, including Halloween. See that, Jason? There you
So,
go.
so everybody, listen. Because look, our 30 minutes are up,
They are.
and this is meant to be a 30-minute show. So, what I'm going to ask people is to tune in to the shorts that we post on Finding Us Live on
Which
YouTube.
is on YouTube. Hmm.
I think I just said that, didn't I? Didn't I just say that?
You weren't crisp.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
So you'll go there and then, feel free to leave comments, honest comments on what you see. I mean, it's just, so we will engage each other on that medium.
All right, it's 8 o'clock and it's time for my Law and Order marathon. It's Law and Order SVU, and Law and Order Organized Crime in that order. Bye, everybody. See you next time. Jason, I'll see you in the living room.
Whatever.
Okay, bye.